The desert keeps its secrets, but when the wind changes, it whispers of a vault buried beneath the bones of Egypt. When Rome came for her crown, Cleopatra chose not surrender, but immortality. Legends say she built a vault beneath Alexandria, not for gold, but to protect her soul from time. Centuries later, a papyrus surfaced, a map drawn in the language of gods and stars. Beneath the Serapeum, where Greek reason met Egyptian magic, the air still hums with forgotten prayers. Every step echoes, as if someone or something still walks beside you. In 1849, a French team found a sealed door of gold. Weeks later, they vanished into the sand. Their diaries spoke of light and a woman's voice echoing from the stone itself. Modern Alexandria stands on a labyrinth of tombs, some Roman, some Greek, one still alive. Locals call it the Queen's Door, a serpent guarding the sun, and behind it, the desert's oldest secret. Beneath the Queen's Door lies a stairway of stone, descending into breathless dark, untouched since her reign. The walls tell stories, gods with Greek faces and Egyptian eyes, carved by hands that bridge two worlds. A golden serpent guards the passage, its eyes of sapphire glimmer like stars lost in the sand. When the seal cracked, air escaped, air that hadn't touched life in 2,000 years. Pillars stretch into shadow, carved with names long erased, each a king who thought he could own eternity. At the heart of the vault, a throne without a queen, the crown still waiting. Upon a stone tablet, glowing symbols shift, not carved, but alive, spelling her final vow. I am not buried here. I live where the sun never sets. The message of a queen who refused to die. A lost journal from 1849 describes this very chamber. The light, the sound, the throne, all exactly the same. Everyone who touched the tablet died within days. Their bodies found, but their eyes turned to gold. In the chaos that followed the vault's discovery, the body was taken, stolen before sunrise. The guards who escorted the coffin vanished, their camp found, their bodies turned to dust. Alexandria fell silent. The vault sealed itself once more, buried under rubble, as if the earth wanted to forget. Centuries later, a spice merchant told of a golden coffin glowing in the dunes, and voices calling his name. Roman emperors paid fortunes for relics said to be hers. None lived long enough to enjoy them. When the Library of Alexandria burned, some say the vault's location burned with it, intentionally. In a monastery in Greece, a monk redrew the lost map, then sealed it inside a hollow crucifix. Those who found the crucifix later heard whispers in a language no one could recognize. The relic disappeared again, buried by sand, stolen by thieves, carried by the same wind that guards her memory. 2 millennia later, the same sands shifted, revealing the outline of something man did not build. The vault was waiting. In 2018, ground-penetrating radar found a rectangular void beneath the old lighthouse site of Alexandria. Archaeologists descended through layers of history, Greek, Roman, Ottoman, each one a ghost above the next. At 30 meters down, their tools began to vibrate, as if the earth was breathing. They uncovered a door identical to the one lost in 1849. The Queen's mark was there, untouched. When the seal broke, a rush of air escaped, and the torches went out. Inside was a tunnel lined with mica, reflecting light like liquid sun. Microphones picked up a low frequency, too steady to be wind, too ancient to be machine. At the chamber's end, a wall of golden symbols began to glow, like a heartbeat in stone. From the light emerged a face, her face, woven into the stone itself. Then everything stopped. No light, no sound, only silence. The vault had been disturbed, and it was listening. On the chamber floor lay a stone tablet, its words glowing like fire trapped in rock. I am not buried here. It read, "I live where the sun never sets." The message of a woman who defied time itself. When the words were spoken aloud, the air shimmered, as if Ra himself had breathed again. The walls began to glow, veins of light spreading like arteries beneath the stone. Instruments recorded a deep frequency, one that matched the heartbeat of a human. The pulse grew louder. Every torch flickered, every shadow moved. Something was alive in the stone. Then, a tremor. The ground cracked, sealing dust rained down. The vault was closing again. They escaped seconds before the tunnel sealed itself, leaving only silence behind. The expedition's cameras stopped recording at the exact same moment, when the sound peaked and the light vanished. One man never returned. His radio kept transmitting, a heartbeat every 42 seconds. Within days, headlines filled the world. Cleopatra's tomb found beneath Alexandria. But no one could prove it existed. A single clip survived, a flash of golden light, a scream, then silence. The Egyptian government sealed all findings, declaring the site a restricted military zone. Scientists argued for months. Was it a natural cave or a man-made vault built with knowledge no ancient culture should possess? Physicists claimed the hum was a resonance, tuned precisely to the human heartbeat. Compasses failed. Metal tools bent. Something below the city distorted the earth itself. Hundreds came to the site, drawn by dreams, claiming Cleopatra called them in their sleep. Museums unveiled replicas of the tablet and the serpent crown. Visitors said they could still feel the hum through the glass. Critics called it myth-making, a story built on sand and superstition. Then, one night, the hum returned, faint but real, beneath the streets of Alexandria. A digital scan revealed patterns in the carvings, mathematics older than the pyramids themselves. The vault aligned perfectly with a rising sun on the solstice, as if Cleopatra had built her tomb to breathe light once a year. Sensors detected a faint electromagnetic surge, timed precisely with sunrise. Beneath the stone was metal, gears fused into the rock itself. Proof that this was not just a tomb, but a machine. The signal pulsed at 216 hertz, the same tone ancient Egyptians used for healing rituals. The sand above the vault began to shift, forming waves, as if the earth itself remembered her name. When amplified, the sound translated into motion. Hieroglyphs lifted off the walls, floating in air like burning symbols. At the center of it all, the eye of Horus, glowing blue, beating like a living heart. The carvings spoke of a queen who would return in light, not as flesh, but as energy that never dies. As the final beam of sunlight struck the tablet, the hum became music, a song of stone, time, and memory. At sunrise, the hum faded, replaced by silence. Yet the air felt alive, as if someone had just left the room. He returned to the surface, eyes hollow, voice trembling, whispering only one name. Cleopatra, a name carried by wind and time, a sound older than history itself. They say her reflection still appears in mirrors left in the vault, not as ghost, but as light remembering its shape. At night, the dunes hum softly, a song the desert never forgot. Across Egypt, people light candles each solstice, believing her spirit rises with the sun, watching over the Nile once more. She ruled not through fear, but through wonder. And wonder, once born, cannot die. His final journal entry read, "The vault wasn't her tomb, it was her voice." The desert keeps its secrets, but for those who listen, even silence has a voice. Her story never ended. It simply waited, buried in light, guarded by time. And now it breathes again,